Debbie Holloway here. It's a new world for us. I don't believe what we're going through now is long term if we stay away from each other and practice what the experts are telling us to do. The medical professionals are willing to put their lives on the line to care for us. The least we can do is not give them another patient to care for. Now, that said, it's still tough, and I get that because right now, my sister, who's blind and disabled, has been in the hospital since Friday with a respiratory virus. It's not the COVID-19. However, with her aggravated circumstances, it's been very difficult. She's going to be there another 2 to 3 days, and there's been a lot of ups and downs. You know, each day is going to bring ups and downs for each of us. But we've got to figure out, how do we manage our way through this? So I wrote down 5 things I want to share with you. Number 1, designate talk time. Set aside time each day for your family, and if you're single, talk to a friend about the newest information that you've seen or heard and how you want to handle it. Taking something emotional and making a decision how to handle it logically takes away a lot of the fear that we experience. So I wrote down here, have each family member answer these questions. And I think this is great for some of your children, maybe not the youngest ones. Things like, what did you learn today? Challenge them to do research and bring something new that they've learned to the group each day. How about, what scares you? I think that's an important conversation to have. Or tell me the best thing you did today. Well, you're probably going to know it because you're in the house with them all day, but it helps them verbalize and think positive thoughts. Or name one thing that you want to do or learn tomorrow that you didn't do or learn today. Name one thing you'd like for us to do as a family. All of those are great things to start some conversation. I would block out some time in your day for talk time. Turn off the electronics and time block for a time when they were going to have the electronics turned off. Or maybe even time block your exercise as well, because movement right now is as important to helping our mindset as anything. So number 1, designate talk time. Number 2, and I have to say I got this from a therapist, don't argue in front of the kids. Now that sounds simple, but it's not always easy. Keep it calm. Step away if you need to have a heated discussion, and make sure your kids see the resolution. That's a really important part of this. As hard as it may be sometimes, we must be the calming force. My mom called me this morning saying, I know your sister so well, I can feel that she's just not going to make it. Well, I wanted to fall apart, but I couldn't. My mom's 87, and I had to be strong and reassuring for her. So I used logic as best I could. Then I hung up, called my dear friend Eileen, and cried in front of her. These things will happen. You have to have someone that's your go-to person. Number 3, allow yourself and family members to have some alone time. I call it peaceful separation. Maybe the kids build a tent out of blankets and they can choose to go there to read or listen to something, or just simply be alone for a bit. Hey, we as adults need that too. Allow it and block it out. All of these things I'm talking about, you can block time for each day, and I think it's healthy if we do. I was on a call yesterday with a group of women, and they were just talking through what they were hearing and their fears and how they wanted to respond to it. Just doing that, I think, made everyone leave the call feeling so much better. I think spending time talking to someone is critical, especially someone that will let you be afraid in front of them. Outside of your family, then you can go back to being strong. Number 4, get outside and move. Walk, run, ride, whatever you can do to have movement and fresh air. Use what you have at home to work out. Cans can be good for weightlifting. Chairs can be good for squats. You could just run up and down your stairs for 15 minutes. All of that movement helps release the friendly endorphins in our brain, and I think it's so important. And I'd love for you to share here, what are some ideas that you're doing for movements? And videos, especially funny ones, are encouraged. Number 5, establish a family cause. And I love this when I heard it from someone else. I believe one of the best ways to relieve stress is to do something for someone else. If you can get out, pick up groceries for an elderly neighbor, or maybe just pick some flowers and leave them on their doorstep and call and let them know they're there. If you don't have to see people or get close to them to do something to make someone feel good. Calling somebody on the phone or maybe even FaceTime. I tried FaceTime with my mom who said, I don't get that time face thing. So I am sticking with phone calls with her. One of my friends went through a drive-through a couple of days ago and left the young gal a $20 tip. The girl cried. It isn't just money, though, that helps people. It's time, because I think time can even be more valuable than money. And I'd love to hear what you're doing for others around you. I think, if nothing else, a phone conversation just lifts people's spirits. So, listen, we all have ups and downs right now. No one is immune to this. Not you, not me, not our family, not your mentor, not your best friend, or if you're in coaching, not your coach. Don't get in your head and think, I shouldn't reach out to somebody because they're already overwhelmed. Listen, reaching out isn't going to drain them. Reaching out, trust me, may just save them. So if you feel like you need something, don't be afraid to reach out. Now more than ever, we need to communicate. And we can't do it face to face, but there's so many other great ways. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your suggestions. Make it a great day.